Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I actually have a practice finger I'm going to record on today because I got so tired using my nails. But anyway, let's get into this super fun Easter 3D nail art set. I am laying the first bead. As you already know, we're working with the new age acrylic powder, so you want to wait a little while before you start moving it. But you know me, I got to be impatient sometimes. I have to start working with it even though it ain't settled. Don't be like me, be better than me. So yeah. I got a little story time for you guys. Let's get into it. So I'm laying the second bead here at the tip of the nail because it was a little too less. I need a little bit more acrylic on it so it can be even all the way down. And then, we're just going to layer it all the way up. Okay, so let's get into this story time. Story time! Yay. Okay, let's stop being paranoid. No, for real. Story time. I'll tell y'all about this client I had a crush on. So hold your horses. No, she did not know I had a crush on her. But she was one of my favorite clients. I think she was around my age, if not a little younger than me. But she used to always come to my house like once a month to get her nails done. She used to be like, I miss you, girl. I was like, I miss you too, girl. But I used to miss her as in like, I miss looking at you, girl. You're so cute. You know what I'm saying? But no, I never would want to put a move on my client because it's always professionalism over everything. But at the end of the day, no, I don't like girls, okay? But I like looking at girls, so there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Let me be me. But yeah, so she used to always come to my house, get her nails done. We would always talk. And then when I told her I was moving, I was kind of sad. So I kind of gave her like a goodbye special. I did that to two clients that always came to me. Like a goodbye special. And I just let her know, like, hey, girl, I do appreciate you so much for, rocking with me this whole time I was in Augusta. And, she was just really, really cool. But what I liked about her is I liked her personality. I liked that she was super cool when she used to come get her nails done. She was just a whole vibe. Like, she would never, like, I don't like this. Oh, do this. She would never move her hand. She would just be so relaxed. It used to just be, like, immaculate how relaxed this girl used to be. But we still follow each other on social media to this day. And no, she never knew I had a crush on her. I probably would never tell her I had a crush on her because, I'm still professional, even though I don't do her nails at the end of the day. But she was just so, energy was everything. I mean, I asked her, did she like girls? And she was like, And I was like, whoop, can't shoot my shot. Like, I wasn't going to shoot the shot anyway. But if I thought about it, I wasn't going to be able to because she didn't even like girls. That was so funny. But yeah, that's just a quick funny little story time I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, back to business. So when it comes down to using a clear acrylic, it just depends on what clear acrylic you use. Normally, I personally prefer to use Mia's Secret because it is on a little bit on the reddier side. And like, I kind of still like chasing my beads, but not too much. But you can like set it to where like you don't want it to be too runny. You just put it on the paper towel a little bit longer and that's about it. But when it comes to using Mia's Secret clear acrylic, it doesn't settle too fast. It's like a medium settler. So you can't take too much of your time with it because it will dry on you. But it's perfect for when you're trying to encapsulate because it really does give you that glassy effect. I don't really know how other powders you do. Only other clear acrylic I've ever used was Nail Supply Glamour, and it used to get foggy on me. And then it started turning my nails yellow, so I just stopped using it. But they probably have a new formula now, so probably where it's different. But if you want to know what clear acrylic I'm using, I'm always using Mia's Secret unless I say otherwise. So I want to give you guys a little bit of insight about this nail trainer hand here. I know a lot of people have a lot of mixed signals and emotions and stuff when it comes to it because the nails don't stay on. But how I get my nails to stay on is I just put some gel top coat in the well of the nail tip, and then I would cure it for 60 seconds, and then I would put some nail glue around it, and it honestly works for me. It honestly stays. So try that method out and see if that works for you. And if it does, come back to the video and just thank me later. But this is a teal. This is a acrylic brand from Nail House. They're always sold out 9 times out of 10. But you can find them on Instagram. Put the cuticle bead up there. You want to push it up towards the cuticle. You kind of want to place it like a centimeter or two away from the cuticle and push it up into the cuticle. You don't want to directly sit it on top because that's where you're going to get flooding. And you just want to gently pat it down with the body of the brush. And I know working with the new formula, it can kind of sort of overspill because sometimes, like even me, I have really good liquid to powder ratio, but when I be using the new brands, well, even just acrylic sometimes in general, I can still have spillage. So if you want to work in smaller beads to get the desired look that you're looking for, then I just say work in smaller beads. And then when you feel like you want to work in bigger beads, then do that. But if you're just now starting off, I suggest using a size 8 brush because it's not a lot of monomer that holds into that brush. The bigger the brush, the more monomer the brush holds. Right now, I am using a size 12, and a lot of monomer Remembering you're layering the beads, you want to make sure you're not putting it directly on top of the actual other bead. You just want to make sure that you put it a little bit above it. So let me go ahead and grab another bead really quick and let you guys see what I'm talking about. So you see how I kind of sort of put it a little bit above it, but not directly on top. That's kind of sort of how you want to layer the beads, because it's going to build you that structure that you need. Even though you are encapsulating these color the acrylics, you want to still try to start building your apex, unless you want to just lay a thin layer of the colored acrylic and you just want to build your apex with a clear acrylic. I started with the cuticle area here is because I am only using like a thin layer, because this is going to be where the 3D acrylic bunny is. I am going ahead and building the structure of the nail just a little bit, because you're going to see me put, I think, like 2 beads of acrylic up there, or maybe I think I'm going to add 1 more, but yeah. And then I'm going to start fading it down with the peach, and I'm going to encapsulate it, and I'm going to put the 3D acrylic butterfly up there. So if you're doing something like this and you have to, like, well, you don't really have to ombre like this. I honestly don't even know why I started from the back. I could have started at the top, but I don't know. I guess because I knew this was a practice finger, it would have been fine. But yeah, when you're ombreing, you kind of do want to start from the bottom to the top. But I just chose to do it this way. It's not really a particular reason, but yeah. Anyway, you want to just go ahead and blend those 2 colors in gently. And you remember, since you are putting a 3D acrylic bunny on top, you don't want to go ahead and make this nail super bulky. You want to make sure it has a structure and that is layered nicely, but you want to make sure that you have room to place the 3D acrylic bunny and that it doesn't look too bulky. So right here, I am using me a secret 3D acrylic brush, and I am basically just placing the outline or the shape of the egg. And then up here, I am just doing the outline of the actual rainbow. And it actually was turning out pretty good. This is my first time using this acrylic brush. A lot of people have been recommending me get one, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to cough up the money to get it. But this brush is very much on the expensive side. I was gonna tell you guys about the 3D acrylic brush I started with, which was like a size 8, but unfortunately they no longer sell that brush. So if you guys was to get an acrylic brush, I know this is a little pricey, and this is the only one I know so far. This Mia Secret brush I am using here would be the best. So now we want to just go ahead and place the head. I had already placed it before I hit the record button, but now I'm just going ahead and adding a pause. So now I am placing the bunny ears. You just want to make sure that it's semi-dry. And then once it actually gets to that consistency you need it, then you can like place a corner, aka a crease, inside of the ears to give it some dimension. So next, I just decided to get a dotting tool and just add a bunch of polka dots to the pinky nail. Next, this was thought of last minute. I just wanted, because at first I was going to outline the entire index finger, but I was like, no, let me just put some lines at the bottom and some bling at the top. And it actually really did turn out better than I expected. So I am basically repeating the same process for this finger here. And then we're going to get into my favorite part, the tiniest of the details, the tiniest of the details. Let's get into it. So at the last minute, I did decide to put some caviar beads, which is what I'm sprinkling on his nail. at the last minute I decided to do it, but it actually turned out really cute. And what I use here is just a little bit of top coat, but I prefer for people to use bling gel to adhere to stones, especially if you're using them on a client. Using bling gel would be best. Top coat is not strong enough. But considering the fact this is a practice hand, I'd rather use top coat and not too much of bling gel because we already know that stuff can be pricey. But I just did a little bit of bling here. Hold on, baby. And on the next finger, I'm actually going to go ahead and start with the tiniest nail art. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all, I really struggle sometimes painting like really tiny lines and stuff because I'm not all of that, expert. I'm just, I just be painting. But we're gonna go ahead and do the ears, and we're doing the ears pink and the nose pink. For the smile, I am actually just using a really thick gel polish. It can be really gel paint because it's really thick and it's super pigmented. I'll have to leave this lady's link down. It's actually a black owned business. I just can't remember her name off the top of my head. But she has really good pigmented thick gel polishes, and this is my favorite go-to black. So next I'm just painting the rainbow. And you can add black, like layer it in between, but I just chose to just leave it as is. But this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what your favorite thing about this set is, and drop some bunnies below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.